Hello Libra, this will be your money reading. All the cards that I will be using today has been pre-shuffled with you in mind regarding your money. So let's get started. To start off your reading, I'm going to use the Ask Yourself Tarot card. So Libra, when it comes to your money, these are the questions that you should be asking yourself, all right? So at the bottom of the deck, we have the number 8, and it talks about strength. It says, where do you find your inner strength? Okay, so this is actually really good. Them wanting to know where do you find your inner strength, and they're asking you that. So I'm guessing, when it's time for you to get up and make that money, however it is you go about doing it, they want to know, do you ask yourself, where does that come from? So basically your drive, your purpose, your reason why you do what you do. Is it for your family? I mean, is it for your children? Is it for friends? Is it for yourself? So these are the questions that you should be asking yourself when it comes to your money. Let's cut the deck in half. Okay, you got the 8 of Cups right here. It says, what situation in your life do you need to walk away from emotionally and disconnect? So, Libra, when it comes to your money, it could possibly be something that you need to walk away from. That could be probably more than likely draining your resources to a certain extent. All right. What else does Libra need to ask themselves when it comes to their money? At the bottom of the deck, you got 9 of Cups. What situation in your life is bringing you emotional fulfillment, Libra, when it comes to your money? All right. You got the Sun. What situation in your life is bringing you warmth and happiness? So this is pretty interesting. So it really seems like when it comes to your money, it almost feels as if you're not in a position to enjoy it to a certain extent. All right. Can I get 3 cards, please, for Libra? Okay. So you have the 4 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. And it says, what situation in your life are you still holding on to? So yeah, Libra, there could definitely be a situation that you need to let go of. I don't really know if it's a job. I don't know if it's an individual. I don't know. But these are the questions that you need to be asking yourself when it comes to your money. All right. Now let's see what these cards are that's face down. Justice. Look at that. Look at that. You coming through. You coming through, Libra. It says, what needs to be resolved and set right in your life? See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. It's something going on, Libra, when it comes to your money, and it needs to be resolved. Needs to be resolved and set right in your life. Got the Strength card coming out again here. Remember, that was at the bottom of the deck. Where do you find your inner strength? And then you have the World card. What is closing out for you now? What new cycles are you ready to start? Yeah. Something needs to end, Libra, when it comes to your money, like it being drained, something like that. to the point where you'll be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor, because it really doesn't seem like that's happening, at least not as good as it could be. Okay, so I'm gonna move these cards to the side, and we will refer back to them if we need to. All right. Mm. Bottom of the deck, we got resign, retire. Okay. Mm. I wasn't even able to cut it yet. Okay. Is it the job? Because we have benefits right here, but next to benefits, we have unemployment. Hmm. Mm. And then right here, we have toxic work environment. So, yeah, whatever the situation is, as far as how you go about getting your money, um, you're still in a position to pay your bills, but it may seem like that's all it is for some of y'all. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna ask a question. Let's ask a question here. You could be leaving a job with what's closing out for now, what needs what new cycles are ready to start. So you might could be leaving a job because of the toxic work environment for some of you guys. And with the number 8 coming out again, it says, where do you find your inner strength? So it may be hard for you to get up every day and do what it is that you have to do, but at the end of the day, you still have bills that need to be paid. But remember, with the justice card being right here, Libra, it talks about what needs to be resolved and set right. So it's something that may not be going right at your current situation, where you, at your current job, where you may, end up losing the job for whatever reason. Not saying that it's your fault, but it could be coming to an ending for something better to happen, with the world card being right here. And this is Aquarius. Okay. All right. So your fellow air sign is here in support of you moving forward for something better. Let's see what these cards have to say. Take off. It says things will take off much sooner than you expected. It says now is a good time to take action. There is no stopping you now. And it also has a star right here, and it talks about you're rushing into things without a clear plan ahead of where you're going. All right. So if you are in a situation where, you want to take off, you want to leave, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be, just make sure you have a good plan behind to support your actions moving forward. Look, we got the underworld. It says find unconventional ways to explore new sources of income. So with the underworld being here, I don't want you to do something just to be in a position where you can continue to pay the bills, all right? Because with this takeoff card right here and the underworld, and it talks about sex, death, hidden knowledge, probing into mysterious of life. It says, as the world evolves, so can your means of earning, but it doesn't have to be in a negative way that will put you way behind. You know what I'm trying to say. Put you in a situation that you won't be able to get out of no time soon. That's why with takeoff being here, um, you're rushing into things without a clear plan of where you're going. All right. So just, balance everything out, Libra. Balance them scales out and figure something else out so you continue to be in a position where you can provide for yourself and those and others that you choose to or need to, and not just be able to pay bills. All right. What other messages do you have for Libra when it comes to their money? Have something to do with making clothes or something like that. We got easy does it. Slow and steady wins the race. This is not a good time to rush. Pay attention to every detail. Careful not to get involved with any get-rich schemes, okay? Yeah, I could be talking to a Libra who done just had enough and could be like, you know what? I know how to get some money. I know how to get some money, okay? Can I get 3 cards, please, for Libra? Look at that. Ugh. 2 more cards, please, for Libra. Okay. All right. Now, you have windfall, and it says you're about to receive a windfall of money or a pay raise. It says money is currently in a positive cycle. This is a great time to treat yourself or make that big purchase. So remember early on when I was saying, when it comes to the money, it's almost like everybody could be enjoying it except for you. So it almost feels as if your ship is about to come in if you don't make a, a move that is unnecessary, because things need to be taken care of right here and right now. Something is coming, okay? Because you got the windfall of money right here. Then we have retail. It says if you have an idea in mind, we're giving you the green light. There is a need for it. So even though I said something about clothes and we have retail here, it could be anything, Libra. It could be any idea that you've been thinking about investing in, something like that. So the universe is saying go for it, okay? Now, I don't know what this card says, but what I do know is that it's in the reverse, okay? So let's turn it over and see what it says. The past, all right? So I'm gonna turn it so I can read it. It says something from the past is coming back, perhaps an old job or unfinished project, okay? So with this card, for me, coming out in the reverse, you can take it however it resonates. It's possible that there could be a job that may want to call you back, but it's possible that it could be a toxic workplace, which is probably why you left in the first place, okay? So I'm thinking maybe not, but if I'm talking to a Libra who had a past job and felt as if it had good benefits, and it would pay your bills, whatever the case may be, then go for it. For others of you, I would say no, because I feel like there's something better, okay? Something that you've been thinking about doing. At the bottom of the deck, we have Peacemaker, and it says you are being called to apply democracy and attacks to a difficult situation. So remember, whatever the situation may be with this justice card coming out, they want you to go about it being like the peacemaker. Like, don't go in, you know what I'm saying, on some rah, 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 okay? And it says, approach this situation with a win-win attitude, okay? Whatever the situation is, approach it with a win-win attitude, with the peacemaker being here, all right? And then we got take off again. So then you will be in a position where you can take off, and it's not like you rushing into anything because you already have a plan. You know, a win-win situation. You don't want to, get into a situation and go in, all upset, whatever the case may be. An outcome won't necessarily be a win-win situation, whatever the situation is for you. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Dang. You got the strength card again, Libra. So that's 3 times the strength card then came out. 3 times. Yeah, 3 times. We had it at the bottom of the deck. We got it sitting over here. And then we have it right here at the bottom of this deck. So I'm feeling like whatever this situation is obviously not a easy one. It's not like it can be fixed overnight. It's going to take some time, whatever this is, Libra. Then look, right here, we have the High Priestess, okay? It says, the beginning of a project, creativity, endeavors. It says intuition, knowledge, the subconscious, divine female. Trust yourself, and keep your morals. Trust yourself, Libra, and keep your morals, okay? About whatever this is when it comes to your money, okay? When it comes to Libra's money, what else do they need to know? Look at that. That's you. That's you. It says justice, fairness, truth, clarity, equality, balance, cause and effect. Cause and effect. I don't know if you feel like someone done got away with something when it comes to your money, but I feel like it's gonna work itself out if that's what you want. Remember, win-win situation, if that's what you want. And I know you do, but you just gotta think. Just think, just clear your mind and think, Libra. Creator, what else does Libra needs to know when it comes to their money? Look at this. God damn. I don't know what this card say, but I damn sure know what this one say. This is the Tower right here. And it says sudden changes, upheaval, chaos, disaster, awakening, release, sudden insight. Okay, so something, it's probably has already been a Tower moment. You probably done been through the Tower moment or getting ready to go through it. Okay, and then look, we have the Five of Wands right here. And the Five of Wands talks about competition, rivalry, conflict, disagreement, strife, and tension. Yup, but peep this though. We got the Page of Swords, and it talks about new ideas and curiosity and thirst for knowledge, new ways of communicating, new ways going about doing things. This is the Page of Swords, okay? This is air as well as earth, okay? I'll show you that. And what else? Yeah. Whoo, shit. I guess they want me to show you. I didn't want to show you, but at the once I remove this one, we do have the devil right here. All right, I wasn't going to show you, but somehow the freaking card did what it do. But let's see what this card has to say that we can't see, Libra. Yeah. Yeah. Um, this is the Nine of Swords, and this is Gemini, okay? Your fellow air sign, and it talks about anxiety and worry and fear and depression and nightmares and hopelessness, trauma and despair. Yeah. Libra, if you haven't went through this when it comes to your money, you will. But just try to approach it in a different way, and the outcome will be better for you. Okay? No, that's not what you wanted to hear, but sorry. And let's see. At the bottom of this deck, it says, "It is safe for you to receive." It's safe. It is safe, Libra, for you to receive. Ooh, my bone popped. And it says, "The more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms to receive and be conduit for good coming to you and through you as a blessing, as it blesses the world." So like I said, there is some justice that will be served for you in your way, but you have to be open to receive things. So I feel like you're gonna have to go about this situation totally different. Okay, I may be talking to a Libra who does everything on their own, who's not used to asking nobody for no help and no assistance or things of that nature. But it's going to be a situation that puts you in that situation where you have to be open to receive that help. Okay? And in return, you will be able to help others. It says you will be a blessing to the world. And then look, remember we had the world card. So it will be some endings. What is closing out for now? What new cycles are ready to start? Okay? So to be honest, it's not really a bad reading. It's just not, hey, here go money here, hey, go money here. It's just not that type of reading. But it's okay. It's okay, Libra. Then look, God is your resource. God is your resource. Universe, to close out this money reading for Libra, what else is it that you would like them to know to close out this reading overall when it comes to their money? Take divine guidance. Take divine guidance. You may not be a spiritual person. You know, you say you might just go to work and do what you do to, make ends meet. Go to work, do what you do to pay your bills, But at this time, they want you to take divine guidance, okay? Can I get one card to close out the reading for Libra when it comes to their money? Oh, shit. Look at that. One card, Universe. You got a whole lot. You got a whole lot. You got clearing debt. So it says clearing debt. Your self-care involves removing the heavy burden of financial and emotional debt from your life. You already feel lighter and freer just by facing the topics and making a plan to clearly present obligations and avoid future ones. For present obligations and avoid future ones. Make a gratitude list. Count your blessings and feel gratitude for what you already have. Help you to center in your heart instead of fixated on worries. Instead of fixated on worries, Libra. What worries in your mind? What and who are you grateful for right now? Keep focus upon gratitude and you'll discover the amazing generosity of the universe, okay? So you have the gratitude list here. Let's see. And then we have attracting, not chasing. Anything or anyone you chase after will run the other way because of the fear of underlying chasing energy. Instead, attract what you need by sending out love, gratitude, and welcoming energy when it comes to your money. So, Libra, if you thinking, you know, it's all bad, it's never going to get better, then that's how it's going to always be. All right. And then at the bottom of the deck, you have a raise or a promotion coming. It says, congratulations, an increase in your abundance flow awaits you. This is results of your positive focus and willingness to take action based on your divine guidance. Keep up the good work. Didn't we have a card that talked about divine guidance somewhere? Yeah, I'm sure we did. But So Libra, this has been your money reading. I am Queen Von Shay Tarot. Please like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel, and thank you.